Alright, guys, I cannot have picked a better time to start recording because it is 1 in the morning. And what else would I be doing at 1 in the morning other than making a YouTube video? I'm probably sleeping. That would be a terrible idea, though. I mean, who sleeps at 1 in the morning? I mean, I know I don't. So, we're gonna dive right into this, and I'm just gonna say dojo. That's it. We're gonna fix the dojo. Now, if you saw the macro video, I did go over these little vines back here, and they look good. I like them. They had a little bit of character to the building, and that's always good to have something a little bit different. But it's still too oriental, and I thought what would make it better is an abundance of cogs. And cogs are quite nice because they are, in fact, a moving piece of machinery. And the whole point of steampunk is, moving. Everything's supposed to be moving. Pieces are supposed to be moving, and it's supposed to be very lively, robust, and alive. And currently, that's kind of not happening. I mean, we've got some very nice attractions in the city. Uh, I mean, we've got flags, which kind of flail about in the wind. We've got turbines, Ferris wheels. But other than that, in essence, we have a floating Victorian city. And it's brilliant. I mean, I love it. I love it to bits, and there's not a thing I would do differently. I mean, I would continue going like, how I have been. But what I do want to try and introduce, and whilst we are finishing this island and that one, is things to be moving a little bit more. So cogs, machinery, that stuff needs to get, encouraged. And it's not happening right now. And I know I've been calling this a steampunk city, and, in a way we've been neglecting its true potential. So what I thought we would do today is continue neglecting, because that's the type of people we are now. What we do today is we finish pimping the dojo. And we've been kind of on this topic for a while now. The dojo has taken up a little bit of time, but I like it. And it's daytime, or it's nighttime. Let's make it daytime. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, so we've been neglecting. Neglecting's never a good thing. It's never the right answer. So I apologize. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to show you guys how to do a simple little tower design, just to throw in something a little bit different here on the corner. But after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some cogs, and these cogs are going to come from here, and they're going to come up to here. And they're going to do the same thing here, and on this side we'll have a path that will go around to this tower, and the same thing over here. Now, the reason I am making a tower for the cogs is, in fact, it's a good question, and I have yet to come up with a valid answer. But mainly because it's somewhere visible. And if we were to have cogs underground, it would kind of seem like a normal building, really, because a lot of buildings have moving parts in their basements, and it wouldn't be unique. So in building this tower, what I'm hoping to do is make it more unique. And it may or may not work out, but the whole point of building is to learn, and you learn from your mistakes, and that's what I intend to do. And now this is the wrong direction, or that one is. It's supposed to be like this. So you learn from your mistakes. So I mean, you find out what looks good and what doesn't, and what doesn't look good, you make it look better, and whatever looks good, you try and make it still look good. Just like this tower design, I found a decent one that I've liked, and I'm trying to keep it like that, just, so that it works. So I think what we are going to do is we're going to start off simply. So we have in fact already made most of our shape. And the shape you can see is very simple. It is 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. And it's not a perfect circle, and that's fine because if you look over here, you know, it's not a perfect circle. I think I did this a little bit differently. It was 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. But nonetheless, it is still quite nice. And what we are going to do now, however, is we're going to swiftly move on to the roof. And here, we are going to be a little bit more unique again. And unique in the sense that we are going to stray away from the typical roof design that we generally see, and instead we are going to try and make a very pointy tip instead of the gradual arch that we have in fact been seeing lately. And we could make an arching roof. That would look nice, but I think right now what we need, or what would in fact be best, is one of those arching towers. So what we're going to do is we are going to leave these corners as they were. I'm just going to knock out this metal box. I mean, it's a sudden change in my mind right there. I know, I apologize. But this is all very simply adjusted. And that's another thing to take note of when you're building. Don't be afraid to change your mind, because it is your build. You are the architect in this case, and you are building to your standards. And if you're not happy with your standards, don't keep building. Just stop. Stop and wait till you are quite happy with what you have, and then carry on. It's very, very simple, and it's a very good way to go about, you know, living your Minecraft world. I don't know. But it's always important that you be happy, because you're the one building, you're building for you. You need to be the one enjoying it. And that's what I am doing. I mean, the roof's a little bit different, but hey, I'm enjoying it. This building will be different. The dojo will be odd, but there's always a need for that odd building in your world. It's odd and it helps fill in that little space, but at the same time, it makes all your other buildings look better because of how terrible it is. So, in light, that's how you should look at it, because even though you might think it's not doing you even any favors, it is. And so, don't be afraid to acknowledge that. Have I done that right? I believe I've done this right. Well. So anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to finish up the corners of the roof here, and then we are going to move swiftly on to the walls. And I think what I may do is I may cut out the walls. Yes, I know you were going to miss me building walls, but in fact it is repetition of the other walls that we've done in this beautiful, beautiful city. And I don't want to sit here and bore you with repetition. Although, as my dad always said, repetition is in fact the key to recognition. New content is the way forward. So, I reckon what I'm going to do, and I do apologize for this in advance, is I'm going to cut the video somewhere around here. Maybe once I finish this roof, probably not. Somewhere about here. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to build the roof and the walls, and then you're going to come back and be like, wow, right? So let's try that. 3, 2, wait, on the count of 3, right? Yeah, 3, 2, 1, cut. All right, you little people. You've missed about a whole 5 minutes of work and nothing happened. So, what did happen? The roof is done, and I filled up all these walls with ugly, ugly wood. So, what we are going to do now is we are going to make a cog. Now, cogs tend to be quite large in nature, and you don't really need to see the entire thing here. So what we're going to do is we are going to come out like this. So not too far, so it still looks like it's still in the building, maybe about 5. And you come up 1 and then 2. 5, yeah, 5 looks alright, yeah, go for it. 5 blocks, just like that, and what you get this little arching effect, and it's not a full cog, is what you're probably thinking, and yes, the rest of the cog is quote unquote hidden. And by hidden, I mean we will never end up building the rest of that cog. That cog is merely lost in space, and as a result, we tend to just stick half of it in our building. Now, what you might be thinking is, where would the center point be? And the center point it's somewhere that we've yet to come to terms with. And so if we were to, let's say, grab cobble. Cobble's always a nice block, and some iron fences. What you can do, and what I like to do, is I like to fill the center of my cogs with iron bars. Now, not only because this makes it look a little bit more machine-like, but in fact because it just adds a new way of reading the build. So if we just fill up the little sides of this here, there we go. And we look at it from the side, you see, oh, it's a little bit more active. Or not active, but there's a little bit more going on in the picture. All these little lines help add a little bit more detail than there initially was. And it's very, very essential that you get this detail wherever you can, whenever you can. Think of it like free candy, except you're not taking it from someone and they're not offering it to you within a van. Just seize the opportunity to do so and make the best of it. So what we are doing here is we are going to add a sidebar, just to indicate that these are in fact spinning. And what I may end up doing is removing these, is sticking a line of what is this, iron down the middle of it, just to symbolize the point of rotation and or the center pivot. Always makes it look nice. There we go. And we'll do the same thing here. Just knock out all these blocks. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups for some reason at 1:10 in the morning. It's always an odd thing to have, but nonetheless, I'm going to make do with it. So, here we are. Our cog's done, almost. And the difference is, or the issue remains, that on the side of the cog, it's still quite visible to the outside. And now you could come up with a number of things, but what I reckon I'm going to do is utilize stone fence posts. Now, the reason I suggest using these is because they still allow you can still see quite a bit of the iron block, but you can't really see inside the building. I mean, you see a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, a little light coming through and or out is not the end of the world. So I would recommend doing this. You don't have to. I'm not going to make you, but that is in fact my 2 cents on it. It's very simple, very, very nice effect you get out of this though. So anyway, hold on, I need to squeeze my way in. Knock that out, there we go. Place that one, and there we go. So, in essence, here we go. We've got our tower that's half built. And we've got these two pieces of machinery which are sticking out the side. And they do, in fact, seem quite out of place, so to speak. And that's true, but we aren't done yet. And what I mean is that means it's probably time to end the episode and let future us worry about it, because I always tend to be a little bit more alert when I'm fully awake and not trying to do something that I think is smart at 1:30 in the morning. So, without further ado, I would like to thank you for watching today's episode. Leave a like, comment, and all that stuff, and I do apologize for my drowsy voice. Yeah, just bear with me, it's quite late. Other than that, don't really know what else to say. I am using the Aetheri's Ascend texture pack. If you haven't noticed, it's quite similar to the others, so I'm not sure if you noticed or not. But I do like this. I like it a lot. The one thing I'm not a fan of is the brick. And I think that it could fit into the pack a little bit more, but still have the kind of contrast feeling that they're going for. But, you know, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is next time we'll pimp up this tower. We'll make it seem a little bit more industrial, yet, you know, still have it fit in the theme. But I think we've made quite good progress for today, seeing as we've only spent a little bit of time, and I feel like, seeing as I feel like I'm about to pass out, I've done good. I've done good. So if you do in fact hear a loud thud, that is me hitting the table. Just putting that out there. And I have been playing on bright. What was wrong with me? There we go. Moody. So much better. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Again, sorry for today's terrible one.